Now, as I said, this one's got a much greater degree of connectability than the previous Wii or any of their things. You got your internet set up. It did take a while to update. There were a lot of updates to it. They're constantly patching. What you're seeing here is a socialization center. Zombie U, Call of Duty Black Ops, the new Sega Racer, Super Mario Brothers, Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, Assassin's Creed 3, Nintendo Land. People are gathering. It gives you an idea of how many people are in who are talking about it. As you see their various pop-ups, they're talking about where they are in the game, so on and so forth, what they want to do with it, and so on and so forth. If you don't want to use your finger, the controller does indeed come with a stylus. On my display screen, you can touch it up, you can go to the web, you can download games, you can stream movies from Netflix, YouTube, Hulu Plus, Amazon. You can do FaceTime calling because the unit's got a built-in camera, so if you have somebody who's in your friends list, you want to voice chat, you can do that. There's some TV features coming, but for right now we're going to play Nintendo Land. So one tap of the icon and Nintendo Land will be starting up here. Now, I think it's important to know that while you're seeing that here, here's a picture of my screen. This is a high-def television. You get an even sharper image on the screen. Now, they're supposed to be full 1080 HD. Right now, it's only running in the 700 range. I'm told that'll be addressed in the future. Certain games will come up and do that. Now, this game comes with the 32 gig unit, or you can buy it separately. It's kind of a compilation of casual games. As you see here, I played it a few times. You can customize it. I've got a little train set up. People come from other games to come into my game land to do that. I'm able to put messages up to promote the website and so on. Let me show you one of my favorite games. This one here is a compilation, as you see, anywhere from team to competitive to solo games. You can use the new controller and the nunchuck, but let me give you an example of one that I really enjoy here. Now, you can go to it by shortcut by just hitting the icon, or you can move your Mii around the board. We'll get to that in a minute. You got to lay it flat here to calibrate. Pick my character. So I'm not going to run a full game. As you see, the charge is running low on this. So by simply running my finger across the screen on the controller, I'm able to throw throwing stars. So the harder I flick my finger, the harder they go. Tilt the thing up to reload like a classic arcade shooter, knock them out. As you get going, they get harder. They throw bombs at you, they throw stars, they block your stars with swords and stuff, so you really have to stay on your toes with it. And of course, wouldn't be a Nintendo game without coins and power-ups. The fun is, as simple as it is, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, it does get very hard. When I got to the boss level the other day, that was an incredible challenge. Alright, so one touch, I'm going back to home. Close the software. As you see, Nintendo shops, browsers, all of that good stuff. So I'll show you a couple of the other games, and we can do a series of these as we go along. And yeah, since we're still getting used to it and learning the tricks and all the little ins and outs, and I'm sure that'll continue as they continue to program for it and everything. So show you this one here. There's the internet browser. Now that is currently showing over my controller only, but if I do want to bring it up, there you go. So there's one of my Facebook feeds right there, and I can close it for privacy. This way, if I want to browse and not let everyone see it, update an email, you can certainly do that. Of course, you can set the controller, you can adjust it. You know, as you see, there's Netflix. Let's see if I can do this for you. And this is all done just as a touch. I didn't have to set up anything, even though I could customize it if I wanted to. One of the interesting things is there's a game where you have to elevate this helicopter and you blow into the microphone built into the controller to give it air to lift it, so that was definitely a lot of fun. So, you know, YouTube friends, there's hotbots. You can set it up any way you want. Here's some of the more popular ones. You know, give you an example. This is the Killer's new song. Yep, my bad, hit the wrong button. So anyway, you can play the videos. Obviously, I'm sure you all know what a YouTube video looks like, so we don't need to waste time playing it. And let me bring up another game, and I'll walk it around and give you an idea of kind of what's in there. Now remember, this is the more basic one. The advanced games like Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, Zombie U and stuff like that, Call of Duty, and then the pending stuff like Aliens, Colonial Marines will give you a better idea of the power and what it can do. One of my biggest issues when I first saw the system was I looked at it and said, well, it doesn't look much different than what I'm already seeing on the Wii. The advantage is the customization, the online capability of it, and the fact that it does have the horsepower to play the higher end games. Because like Activision had told me, they were not going to license Call of Duty Black Ops for this system if they had to tone down the graphics, tone down the playability, leave levels out, that sort of thing. And apparently they didn't have to. So quick calibration here. So this is my Nintendo land here. Now here's where it gets really interesting. I'm holding my controller flat. I hold it up. I hold it around, up, down, 360 movement, turning myself around physically as the guy turns around. These are kind of moves that you need for Zombie U. The two joystick controls, you've got trigger buttons. They do have a controller very similar to an Xbox or a PS3 controller for those who want it to do things. This is all touchscreen. If I want to customize my plaza, I just tab and go right there to it. Here's a little mini game to get a coin. And so get a coin. So anyway, let me show you the land here. You get a little prize box for playing the game. So I'm going to go up, touch the box on the screen. Bigger box opens, touch it again. So what I'm doing is I'm unlocking songs here. Now as you see, you can address these things by going straight up to them, or you can go to it. So here's the Ninja Castle, Throwing Star Showdown. It does take a little to get used to the twist. It tells you, you know, the games that they're from. These are all based on classic Mario. There's Luigi's Ghost Mansion, Captain Falcon's Twister Race, Animal Crossing Sweet Day. Like I said, most of these are solo play or multiplay. This is the Balloon Trip Breeze, which is a little bit of a challenge. Legend of Zelda Battle Quest. I'll try to show you this one if the charge holds on it. Now, this one here, if you have a Nintendo joystick from the Wii, the nunchuck, they can play as a sword one. But this thing's a challenge, so it looks simple. It's not. It takes a bit to get used to. So it's telling me the charge is running low. I already knew that. Okay. Skip the tutorial to save the charge. Now, this one here, you have to use the controller just like an arrow key. So I pull the stick back, turn the controller left and right, there's the bad guy, and he's out of range. So, the harder you hold back the arrow, the quicker it does. Reload, they attack you. Now the folks who have a Nintendo joystick, they will be using it as nunchucks, but as you see, I lay it flat and it replenishes my quiver. Now, in the quest one, it gets tougher because you got to shoot down incoming targets. Crud. Wouldn't be a quest without jewels. They do dodge. As you can see, here come the guards. I'm out of ammo. Usually there are archers up in the tower. And there you go. So that gives you an idea of the Wii U. We'll be showing more video and stuff as we can in the future. But for now, any questions you have, please email me, Gareth, Gareth, @sknr.net.